Good morning, everybody. My name is Maxim Akimov. Hope you have a great time. I personally just came back from vacation, so I'm still on post-vacation mood, so doing well. And yeah, today I'm going to talk primarily about like one of our offers, one of our products, EDR. But let's see if I can switch the slides. Okay. But to start with, let's talk about us as Enable in general. Just a couple words. Again, I'm
Maybe
sure
you would want to go to full screen mode.
Sure. Like that?
Great.
Okay. All right. So about Enable. We are MSP vendor. Means that we've been growing as an MSP vendor. We don't sell things to end customers. Means like sometimes we do, but it's just like occasionally when somebody like really asks us to do so. But our bread and butter is to provide tools to MSPs. So MSPs can build their own service based on our tools. That's a great model, as actually Nebojsa mentioned, because you don't have to compete with other resellers for the same end customer, because we just give you tools, and how you create your own package of the service, it's completely up to you. What you will include to there, up to you. How you will position it, what levels of the service you will offer, completely up to you. We just give you tools to be as successful as possible. Working with MSPs, we understand that the key elements for the success of MSPs are monitoring and management, automation, and security, because these are the elements which makes like a core of the business of any MSP. That's why our heart of our offer is monitoring and management systems. Because if you want to be successful, if you want to offer services, you need to monitor and manage those services. But we've been talking a lot about those monitoring and management platforms so far. And if you want to know more, feel free to ask questions. We will guide you through our offer in more details. But what we see right now on the market is that one of the most popular offers, or one of the most popular or demanded services that MSPs offer is security. Because we all know that threats are growing, and they're becoming more and more sophisticated, and so on. And everybody needs to get protected from those threats. And that's why we see a growing demand for our security offers that, again, can be sold as a service to those end customers. And today we're talking about EDR. And I'm pretty sure that most of you know about EDR functionality much more than I do. But let's make sure that we don't leave any blanks behind. So a couple days ago, I played with ChatGPT, as many people these days. And I asked ChatGPT what are the advantages of EDR comparing to normal antivirus. And ChatGPT, being artificial intelligence, pretty smart apparently, provided actually quite a nice summary of why EDR is can be considered as a better option to traditional antivirus. First, it gives you better detection rate, much better than the antivirus. Why? Because it uses just different technology. We're going to talk about that a bit later. Second, it gives you much faster reaction time. So statistically, if you got hit by the threat, to mitigate the threat with antivirus, with usual antivirus, usually takes 3 hours plus. With EDR, sometimes it takes seconds just to roll back the system to the previous state. Third, it gives you much better understanding of what exactly happened, who got hit, how exactly they got hit. So you can take actions to isolate those infected devices from the network and cure them as fast as possible. And fourth, it gives you understanding of why it happened. So you can prepare better for the next attacks and make sure that you close those holes or gaps in your security, and make sure that such things don't happen in the future. And generally, EDR provides you much granular and much full visibility on your system and how protected you are against those threats. So thanks to ChatGPT, now we can go on to our stuff. So again, basic thing, but just to make sure that we're on the same page. As we know, antivirus usually relies on virus signatures, on analysis of the behavior based on some signatures, while EDR relies on artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques. That's why it does need signatures. It doesn't actually need to be familiar with that attacks in the past. That's why EDR is much more fit to the real-time threats that just evolves every day, as we know. So EDRs just gives you better detection rate. And as one of few examples, actually one of many examples, for example, if you take quite popular these days fileless attacks, antivirus by definition cannot detect them because there is no file, there is no signature, there is nothing. While EDR will quite easily detect those threats and will keep you secure and will keep you protected from them. So those are basics. We see that EDR is a must for those MSPs who want to provide the best-in-class protection to their customers. That's why we decided to cooperate with a vendor called SentinelOne. I guess most of you know them. And SentinelOne is, I would say, they quite unique. They're quite young company, but they built quite a nice product. And last year, 2022, actually it was already, I think, third or fourth time in a row, they participated in a Mitre, let's say, analysis event, when Mitre organization compared quite a few EDR and antivirus vendors in order to compare them how they can protect you from the threats, how many steps those tools can detect, what is the response time, and so on, so on. So several parameters they check. Actually, their models are very close to real life threats. That's why Mitre is quite highly recognized as the organization that runs such kind of tests. And I think second or third time in a row, SentinelOne was recognized as the best technology on the market. So the best rate of the recognition of the threats, the best number of the steps and sub-steps that attacks usually take to kind of infect your devices. So SentinelOne was the only tool that was on top of all those parameters and was able to catch the most of threats in the most efficient way. So technology is good, and at least, right? And now you can get that technology from N-able through Zebra, obviously, and you don't need to comply to quite high minimum requirements of SentinelOne, and plus you will get integration with our products. So if you are an MSP and you think about or you already have monitoring and management platform, SentinelOne would be a great addition because there is an integration between, and you can manage and monitor SentinelOne behavior from our remote monitoring and management consoles, while having a full-featured EDR by SentinelOne. It comes in 3 flavors. So first of all is control version. Control version is a core functionality that keeps you protected from the threats. It keeps you protected. It gives you a rollback possibility and provides you a reporting. So basically everything you need to sleep calmly in the night and keep your customers protected. And one of the main features why customers actually prefer to buy EDR is a rollback. And I would like to show a video how rollback works in real time. Let's see if it works. And let's see if sounds goes on.
If you've ever had the misfortune of dealing with a ransomware attack,
can you see the sound?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Days, if not weeks, to fully recover. With Enable EDR, we give MSPs and IT pros the opportunity to restore that data within minutes, sometimes even within seconds. Our EDR solution utilizes Microsoft's VSS writers. These VSS writers will create snapshots of your data and store them locally on the machine. With our anti-tamper module, these VSS snapshots are protected from malware, which is designed to try and delete it. Now let's show you what this recovery will look like on a real device. Here we have a device that we're just about to infect with ransomware. Because we have Enable EDR deployed into detect-only mode, we're not going to quarantine this threat, we're going to monitor what it does. If you look on the left-hand side, you'll see my corporate data and my website images are just about to become encrypted. Some additional files and folders are also going to be created as part of the ransomware track. All those changes are going to be processed and monitored by SentinelOne. At this point, what you'll normally do is send a technician out on site. They'll disconnect the device from the network, they'll reinstall the operating system, and they'll recover that data from backup. And that could take a whole day. If you have several machines infected, your remediation and downtime could be significantly longer. With Enable EDR, we're going to look to recover that data within minutes, if not seconds. Within the management console, you'll see all the changes that were processed are uploaded to the management console. All the files that were changed, modified, deleted. All the processes that were created. All the registry key changes. All this information is stored within the management console, meaning that we can initiate the recovery. So let's show you how to do this. From the Analyze tab, simply choose the attack that you want to reverse. Go into Threat Actions, and then we can just initiate the rollback. Once we initiate the rollback, remote commands are sent to the local device to initiate that recovery. We will look to kill and quarantine any executables, kill any running processes, and we'll look at all the changes that were made to the files, and we will restore them using the snapshots that were previously taken and protected by Enable EDR. This process can take seconds, if not, it'll be a minute or two. And this is the remediation completed.
Done. I believe it's quite convincing evidence that EDR sometimes can be better than just simple antivirus. All right, so second flavor of EDR is complete version. Basically, it's everything that is in core version plus deep visibility, threat hunting, and some CM integration. Why threat hunting can matter? Usually EDR in default mode transmit to the console just information about malicious or suspicious activities. But sometimes you want to know more. And in this case, threat hunting deep visibility can help because it transfer to the console all benign data. And it gives you a possibility to run to run queries in the history and to run different different queries to analyze and understand behavior of the whole environment. Especially, it can be needed for threats like living off the land attacks, when attack is run by the means of operation system itself, when there is nothing to actually detect. But threat hunting and deep visibility allows you to run queries and analyze behavior of your network, and thus either prevent those attacks or to understand better what exactly happened. Because again, statistically, we know that if a customer got hit by the attacks, sometimes it takes months for him to understand that he's actually been compromised, and his data is available to the hackers. Threat hunting can mitigate these threats and gives you another protection level to your customers. And third flavor, which was introduced just this month, actually, is managed EDR. Why managed EDR is important? Because we all know that customers usually want the best possible service 24/7, and they want, if anything happens, they want MSP to react immediately, which is fair wishes. But the reality is sometimes MSPs lack the expertise. Yes, we know that labor is not in the greatest or the best condition right now. Sometimes MSPs do sleep, unfortunately, and if anything happens during that time, sometimes they're not able to react as quickly as needed, and sometimes they just are too busy doing other things, right? So it's not easy to be compliant to all those wishes of customers that they have towards MSPs. And this is where we can help. How managed EDR, it's called vigilance in SentinelOne, works. You, as MSP, get connected to SentinelOne directly. They are going to monitor your dashboard, and if they see some threats, if they see some malicious or suspicious activity, they will take care of that. They will mitigate the threat. They will cure the system. And they will contact you as MSP only in a case if you need to do something physically, just to go there and plug off their computer, basically. Otherwise, they will do the job, and you will get just reports and notifications that there were some threats, they were successfully cured, no worries, everything's fine. Keep doing what you're doing. Sounds great, actually. And this is some statistics that SentinelOne provided to us. During some period of time, I'm not sure which period, EDR as a dashboard detected 1.1 million of suspicious events, let's say. 21 of them were detected as threats. 15K of them were automatically mitigated by AI engine. 6,000 were taken to the vigilance team, the SentinelOne team. And out of those 6,000, only 32 events were escalated back to MSP. So basically, for the MSP, it runs in fully automated mode. MSP doesn't touch the product. So it's just a SentinelOne team who will do the job for you, and you will provide a service to your customers. And as I became a bit lazy, I put it one more video to show to you, and hope that sound works this time as well.
Hello, and welcome to this quick demonstration.
Can you hear it?
Yes, clear and loud.
Thank you.
of N-able Managed Endpoint Detection and Response, powered by SentinelOne Vigilance. N-able Managed EDR provides managed security services designed for MSPs that have standardized on N-able EDR. For this offering, we've enlisted SentinelOne's Security Operations Center and Vigilant cybersecurity experts who can monitor your endpoints 24/7, review, analyze, and act upon any N-able EDR identified threat, hunt for unknown threats, and proactively notify you of malicious or suspicious activities. Now, let's put on the MSP technician hat and walk you through a threat event scenario and the steps taken to resolve it. For the purposes of this demo, we'll be looking at an account with one device set up for testing. We're in the SentinelOne console now. Everything looks good. Clean dashboard, no issues on this device at all. No incidents or threats identified by the SentinelOne EDR agent yet. So what we're going to do now is perform an action that will cause a detection by the default policy settings of the EDR agent. For this example, we'll use a free tool that an end user might download onto a managed endpoint, which can actually be used to look at browser passwords on Firefox, Chrome, or Edge. It looks pretty secure, so they go ahead and download it. What could go wrong? In order to open the zip file and run it, you need to grab the password provided. Zip files and other archive formatted files are a popular attack vector for some of today's active threat groups. Once you do that and you open the file, the EDR agent almost immediately detects it as suspicious activity. The notification that is presented to the end user is in the OS-provided notification format and can be switched on and off in the console as needed by the MSP. If we go back to the SentinelOne console, we will now see the web browser pass view file marked as a malicious threat. The incident status is currently set as unresolved, given the fact that the response process has just begun. Also, the analyst verdict field is in an undefined state, as that will be decided by the vigilance team shortly. When we click on the threat, we are taken to the incident details page, where information about the incident status, threat file details, and endpoint is available. This dynamic page will provide up-to-date status information as the vigilance team conducts their investigation and response activities. There are no notes added yet. A malicious file notification is triggered to indicate that the AI detection engine has determined that this riskware is a malicious file and has been added in the console as blacklist hash. And this is what the device user can see on their desktop notifications as well as in the agent UI. Customizable configuration, contact information, as well as the actual threat history. Now, if we go back to the SentinelOne console and into the Activity tab, we can see an activity log of all the actions taken by the EDR agent. This helps facilitate and accelerate threat investigation. And with all this information, the vigilance analyst can annotate their assessment in the threat section. Now, going back to the threat in the Incidents tab, we can see the vigilance annotation as well as the updates to the verdict and incident status based on the vigilance team's investigation. And you can see the notification that comes up. This is the agent letting you know that the security incident has been resolved. In the upper right corner, you can see when the threat was identified at 1:07. It was also reported to the console up to the cloud at the same time, which means it took 10 minutes for the vigilance team to identify it and categorize it at 1:17. And that's when the incident was closed. The end user didn't have to do anything, and the MSP didn't get woken up in the middle of the night because of an infected device. There you have it. This is just a simple scenario showing how vigilance can take threat incident response off your shoulders rapidly and efficiently, so you and your team can focus on strategic initiatives and sleep soundly. Learn more about N-able Managed EDR powered by SentinelOne at n-able.com. Hello and welcome to the.
So as you saw, just 10 minutes and vigilance team taken action in your actually dashboard and mitigates the threats. All right, I'm back. And just one more detail. If you are excited about this managed EDR, you need to get either control or complete version of EDR, and on top, you need to add vigilance. So vigilance is kind of service which comes on top of one of those two options. And sweet part, promotion. why you might be interested in getting EDR on board right now. If you are in one of those two categories, so either you don't have yet our antivirus or EDR, that might be an option for you. Or you might have our antivirus and you want to switch to the EDR as more advanced technology. You also compliant to this promotion. And the promotion is you can get either complete or control version of our EDR for just €1 per device for 6 months. So compared to like list price, list price for control version is 2.5. List price for complete version is 3.99. Instead of that, for 6 months, you'll get it for €1 per month per device. After 6 months, for the 7th month, list price or whatever price we agree with you will kick in. So basically, imagine if you decide to consider a complete version, which costs $3.99 as a list price, and you take this promotion for the first year, your price is going to be 2.5, 2.5 per device, which is really good for the technology. This is, I think, one of the best prices on the market right now. So if you're interested, let us know. We will set up you a demo. We will set up you a trial. We run a demo with you, and we will turn you in to this promotion. If you're interested in vigilance, managed EDR, we have also good news for you. If you decide to provide this high-level protection service to your customers, and you get complete licenses together with vigilance, we can give you 15% discount on both SKUs. So list price for vigilance plus complete is $798 right now. We can give you at $677. So 15% discount for both of these options, these SKUs. And this promotion is not limited by 6 months. So this will last forever, basically. So from my point of view, quite a good offer. And again, if you're interested, let us know. We will give you 30 days free trial. And then you will just be able to provide quite nice service, I would say best-in-class service to the customers. And with that, I'm done with my presentation part, and I'm ready to answer any questions you might have.